Hello everyone. I was just going through the PPT which Dr. Bani Hashmi had sent, and I thought I'll make a video about the foramina. So let's get started. Okay, right here. Okay, so as you can see, this portion over here is the ethmoid bone, and this is where the olfactory nerves pass through. That is the first cranial nerve. Okay, so this is the crista galli, the cribriform plate, where the olfactory nerves, that is the cranial nerve 1, passes through. Next, we go on to the sphenoid bone over here. This is also called as sella turcica. It contains the optic canal, the anterior glenoid process, the hypophyseal fossa. The hypophyseal fossa is also the shape of a saddle of the horse. And then we have the tuberculum sella over here. Now this holds the sphenoid sinus, and the second cranial nerve that we are discussing here is the optic nerve, which passes through over here. This is the optic foramen. It's pretty simple to remember this. 2 eyes, optic foramen, pretty easy to remember. Now the next one which we go on to is these 3 foramen which we see over here. That is the foramen rotundum, foramen ovale, and the spinosum. Now this is small, this is kind of big, oval shaped, and this is small as well. First one, rotundum, like a rat, it's hiding inside over here, so rotundum. Second, ovale, oval in shape, big in size, foramen ovale. Third one, spinosum. Spinosum, spy, it's a spy which is looking for ovale. So this is the spy, it's hiding behind ovale. Rotundum, ovale, spinosum. Another canal which I forgot to mention was the superior orbital fissure, which is just next to the optic canal. Superior orbital fissure, again, by the name itself, superior, it lies superior. So this is where the location is, right next to the optic canal. So far we have discussed 5 canals: optic canal, superior orbital fissure, rotundum, ovale, and spinosum. The optic canal, as the name suggests, it is the cranial nerve number 2, that is the optic nerve, passes through it. Superior orbital fissure, the third nerve, the third cranial nerve, oculomotor, as it is marked over here. Third cranial nerve, oculomotor. Fourth one, trochlear. And the fifth one, Now the fifth cranial nerve is divided into 3 parts, that is the ophthalmic, maxillary, and mandibular. So the first part, ophthalmic, passes through this one, the superior orbital fissure. So we have 3, 4, 5, 1, and 6, that is the abducent. Okay. These are all the 12 cranial nerves, the names. There are also short forms available for this. You can just choose the ones that you like to remember this. Now the nerve that passes through foramen rotundum. Foramen rotundum, you remember the rat that's hiding over here. The rat loves to eat. So the maxillary, which is the second part of the trigeminal nerve, passes through over here. Then we go on to foramen ovale. Foramen ovale, big in size. It loves to open its mouth wide. And what do you need to open your mouth? You need the mandible. So the mandible opens wide, and here passes the mandibular nerve from the trigeminal. Okay. Next we go on to the two foramen which are right next to these three. This is the foramen lacerum and its partner, the carotid canal. Foramen lacerum is easy to remember, like a laceration. Can you see this? It's pretty easy to detect, like a laceration, more clear in this one. Okay, it's long. So this is the foramen lacerum. Right next to it is its partner, the carotid canal. Okay. Like we did these three canals over here, with two small and a big one in between. Same way we have three canals over here adjacent to each other with two small foramen and a huge big one in the middle. So here we go. The first one, internal acoustic meatus. IAM, internal acoustic meatus. Just beneath this is the big jugular foramen. Okay, big jugular foramen. Then we have the hypoglossal canal hiding over here. The hypoglossal canal is hiding over here near the foramen magnum, the easiest of all and the biggest. The foramen magnum, near the foramen magnum, the hypoglossal canal. Right above it, the jugular foramen. Right above that, internal acoustic meatus. So now the internal acoustic meatus, the name itself refers that it's something related with facial structures, the ear, acoustics. So therefore passes the facial nerve, number 7. Facial nerve, number 7, and number 8, vestibulocochlear nerve. Cochlear again related to the ears. Internal acoustic meatus has the vestibulocochlear nerve and the facial nerve running through it. Okay. Next we come to jugular foramen. Now jugular foramen has a big appetite. He wants to eat more. So we have the 9, 10 and 11 nerves running through it. That is the glossopharyngeal, vagus and the spinal accessory. Spinal accessory has two parts. It has a descending part and an ascending part. A descending part which goes down, the ascending which comes up. So the descending goes down from here, from the jugular foramen. And the ascending part comes up from the foramen magnum. Okay, so foramen magnum, the spinal accessory nerve has a grand entrance into the skull through the foramen magnum. It enters the skull, grand entry, big entrance, foramen magnum. Well, that's it. I hope this was helpful and see you later. Take care.